The next path I'm going to be covering for the Epic of Pain quest is going to be, again, the and Nebula and Friends path. I don't remember everything off the top of my head. It's the Nebula path, but we're taking this time Cosmic and Skill Champs. And my team is going to be Scream, Medusa, and Moondragon. This was a pretty fun team. I feel like this path went pretty well. We're going to be using Scream for this Nebula first, and Scream for a lot of these fights. But you can use Scream without the Medusa synergy. It's just I was able to put the two of them together, and it made a pretty good team. But yeah, you use Scream for this Nebula. You just get so many buffs that she can't auto block anymore. You also have her personal Undermine, which doesn't really matter, but it is there. And yeah, we want to use our heavy attack a bunch to get buffs early, and then after that, you're kind of big chillin'. So you're gonna be placing an armor break on like every single hit, so it's kind of just spam SB1, keep the fervors up, so you're doing as many armor breaks as possible, and then you just keep doing that until Nebula drops. Don't hit her block during the shock phase, because that's gonna hurt. Don't try to block during the unblockable phase, because that will also hurt. Don't somehow get hit by the SP1. I don't know how that happens. That hitbox is kind of weird. And then yeah, if you have an Awakened Scream with decent sig levels, like I do, then you're gonna get some regen when you consume your madness, which is cool, but it's missing health based, so you can see that's not really doing much right now. If my health got lower, it would definitely be a bit more impactful. But yeah, we're kind of just hitting her a bunch, and there's like nothing Nebula can do. It's just we need to manage Galvanize, and that's like the only thing left. I don't want to parry pretty much ever, because that's going to nullify my own buffs. But it's not a big deal, I guess, at this point, because we have so many. But I just want to keep getting madness, and then just kill her eventually. 12%, so only 6 more debuffs. It's a really weird path where you just want to be placing a bunch of debuffs on the defender to kill them. But yeah, so 2 more debuffs, and we're gonna get it right here with the special one. So there we go. That is Nebula. Pretty easy fight for Scream. Even if you don't run the Medusa synergy, you might have to change up a playstyle a little bit at the start, but that's about it. Now we're fighting this Northstar. This is going to take me like 2 revives because I keep messing up the SP2 decks. It should be really simple. I'm just bad. But yeah, this is a very soloable fight. So you can see he's already below 10% health. If I can get one more debuff, holy crap, okay, it went a very long time without getting any debuffs, so never mind, he's not. We're about to do 10% right here. I'm going to drop that into his block unintentionally, but we don't get punished at least. And now I need to get a nice sidestep there. And for some reason, I'm not special locked, and I really don't know why. Because there's a node that only lets you throw specials when you are dashing in or countering his heavy, and for some reason it's not applying to me, so I'm not exactly sure what happened. Anyway, I'm gonna misdex the SP2, which I'm just gonna keep doing. I'm like really good at that SP2 dex though, so I don't know why I was messing it up so much. I have better success rate in dexing that in like Alliance War than here. So literally I'm pausing to check the nodes because I'm like, okay, why am I not special locked? And I can't figure out why, so I guess it's some kind of bug or something. Because yeah, I don't need to worry about when I'm dropping my specials. I can just do it whenever I feel like it. Normally, you'd have to, again, use it after a dash attack or countering his heavy, but not here for some reason. That time I got Blexterity'd. I wasn't even early or late, I just got Blexterity'd for some reason. So that sucks. Anyway, gonna get a sidestep here. If you can learn to sidestep, it makes this Northstar and just Northstar in general so much easier. There's a good dex, got that one. And then the special lock is backed, which is annoying. I thought I intercepted there, but I guess not. And then I'm dropping the SP2 here. Do not really any damage because of the way the nodes are working, but yeah. We're gonna go for an SP1 here. Get the fervors up, which is gonna help a lot. And then try to dex the SP2, probably mess it up. Oh, I actually got that one. Okay, nice. So now get a sidestep, do 4% more of his health, and then another 4% of his health here, and then we're probably gonna die right here, I think. Yeah, this is gonna kill me at like full health. Yep, it does. Got some nice crit RNG on his special too. Anyway, there's that death, and then we're gonna go back in and then kill him again eventually. So, why didn't I sidestep there? Anyway, I could have killed him right there. We're just gonna do it here instead. Okay, that fight's done. Now we're fighting Destroyer with Moondragon. I rank 2'd Moondragon specifically for this fight. In hindsight, you don't really need to, because the attack rating that you have doesn't really matter. Because you're doing damage based off of the node anyway, and nothing else. So, if you have like a Silver Sable, she's much better for this fight, even at rank 1, just because you're spamming debuffs, and Moondragon doesn't spam debuffs until you get her ramped a little bit. So I'm going to go for an SP1 here, increase my ramp and stuff. Moondragon was really good for the Photon fight that's going to come up next, but not on this path. When it originally came out, she was really good for it, because of not having the weird debuff node. The weird debuff node just makes it much more annoying and stuff. Anyway, Moondragon's still decent for this path, because she's going to be placing a lot of debuffs, specifically debuffs that a lot of these defenders aren't going to be immune to, because a lot of skill champs just place like Bleed and stuff like that. But Moondragon does not. She places the energy vulnerabilities as her source of debuff, and it's a decent debuff source, especially for this path. So yeah, it's cool. She doesn't gain a lot of buffs, which is kind of why you want to use her for Destroyer anyway, because you need to find like a skill champ because of the buff problem. You might be able to use Null for it, because he doesn't really gain any buffs. I suppose Null would probably work. You spam debuffs on your medium attacks. Null also probably would be better than Moondragon here. If you have Null or Silver Sable, those are my top picks for this fight. But Moondragon still worked for me, and possibly could work for you. So, I'm gonna stop yapping and then come back for the Photon fight. Okay, now we're doing the Photon fight. I'm speeding this up because I used Moondragon for it until Photon got to like 60% and died. And then I'm going to use Scream for it, and it's going to go so much better. Like I said, Moondragon was really good for this when the fight originally came out, but with this node design, she's not. Just because she's just not as strong as she would be if she could do actual damage. So it's really annoying. Again, I hate this path because of that, because it just completely changes everything about the path. And I think all of the other 3 nodes on the paths are actually pretty good, but this one I just dislike a lot. So, pro tip, you cannot ever die to that degen node. So if you just want to spam specials, don't even worry about it. I mean, you can die to like Photon's things, obviously, but you can spam specials and then never die, because the degen is based off of how much health you have, not how much your base health is. So yeah, I'm gonna do this really stupid, weird rotation with Scream that's actually gonna work. I'm almost dead here, but you can see we're actually gonna survive, which is pretty funny. But we're gonna utilize the fact that, again, you can't die from that degen, and just like spam SP1s for most of the fight and just keep doing damage that way. And then also we're gonna keep gaining regen because of Scream's sig ability. So this is hilarious, and I love that this worked out so well. Because yeah, look, we're just spamming back-to-back SP1s, and it's completely fine. Photon's barely gaining any power because they're only SP1s, and we're just gaining regen back because we're consuming madness. So anyway, there I can dex the special, and again, we can't die to that degen. Charge heavy there, trigger the madness, trigger the madness and regen and stuff. And we're just not dying. Like, I mean, you're gonna need a awakened Scream to get the regen portion, but if you have a 6-star Scream like I do, and you can just easily sig her up, because 6-star sig stones are pretty easy to come by if you play Battlegrounds especially, then you can just do that, and it's really, really funny. So we're gonna kill her just like that. So yeah, Scream can definitely solo that Photon if you have an awakened one with the regen access and stuff. Really funny how that worked out. Okay, now we're fighting this Adam Warlock. I'm using Medusa here. Realistically, you can use any of the 3 champs I had on my team. Medusa was at full health, so I went with her. She's also like the worst debuff spammer on this team, so it made this fight kind of last a long time. You're gonna see the fight lasted how long? 5 minutes? So that's why it's sped up, because I'm not going to talk over this fight for literally 5 minutes. But yeah, Medusa does a good job here, but you can really use Scream, you can use Moondragon, you can use like a bajillion different other champs for this. You just need to have 3 debuffs. Oh, you can't use Moondragon. I mean, because you need 3 buffs. My bad. Yeah, you need 3 buffs to do this fight, but I mean, the Cosmic class is that in spades, so Medusa's good for it, Scream would be good for it too. And yeah, before someone asks me what a good replacement for Scream would be, I really don't know because of how good she was for this path. I guess Null. That's like the best thing I can come up with, but Null wouldn't be good for this fight. But yeah, Scream is not irreplaceable, but close to it. So if you're going to ask in the comments, like, how do I replace Scream, I don't really know. Maybe like open 6-star features and stuff. That's how I got mine for stuff like this. Because yeah, I intentionally tried to get some of the new featured champs and stuff like that, and it worked out. We got Scream. So yeah, now we're gonna just keep hitting this Adam Warlock until he eventually drops. But it's gonna take a bit. We just have to bleed on the light attacks, and I think you can bleed on the heavies too. And yeah, that is the case. So yeah, it's a long fight, but it's not that difficult. The goal is to just use heavies to counter his SP2, and that's going to place a Soul Barb, which is going to make it to where he can't stun you if you hit him in his pod, and it's pretty easy. So yeah, just keep retaliating his SP2s with heavies. If he drops an SP1, you still want to use a heavy, but it's going to be a bit more difficult. You're going to see here, I didn't need to because the Soul Barb was already on him, I think, at that point. But yeah, anyway. Heavy counter not there because I had the Soul Barb up. It's really just getting that Soul Barb on him, and then you don't need to worry about it. Oh yeah, you can counter the SP1 if you have a special attack. So, he's almost dead, 6%. I think I'm gonna call in a dash back with him at 1%. I'm like, okay, really? Anyway, he finally dies. And then we have one fight left, which I only recorded a small portion of. What happened was I died at some point in the fight, and then stopped the recording and thought I started the recording back, but apparently I didn't. So you're going to see like the first 60-something% of Aegon, and then eventually you're just not going to be able to see the end. And that's part of Ares too. I don't have that recorded because I swear I hit the record button, but apparently I didn't. Anyway, we're going in with my 13% health Scream here. And this Aegon fight is kind of annoying. Basically, you never want to block unless you intercept him and you get those passives on you. And then every time he finishes a special, he is going to place something on you that you have to use a heavy attack for, or else you're going to die. And yeah, he's going to gain a debuff immunity node at the end of his specials too. So you need to... What am I trying to say? You need to have 3 debuffs active at the end of his special, so the debuff thing doesn't stay on that long. And then at that point, I'm so stupid. I can't even talk. This is probably like the most annoying thing you've ever listened to. Just me trying to say my thoughts. But anyway, you need to use a heavy attack. You use a heavy attack after his special attacks, and then try to have as many debuffs as possible for when he throws a special. And then if you want to block to remove those root charges you're going to get on you, you need to have an intercept. Because otherwise he's going to like instantly kill you. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on in this fight, but they kind of flow pretty well. Here I'm about to get rooted, and then I forget about it, and then eat a 60,000 light attack. So that's annoying. And then yeah, I stopped the recording there and thought I recorded it again, but I didn't. So now we're at Ares, but Ares is at like 35% health. And yeah, I was actually doing pretty good against Ares on this run. This was my 3rd run, and I improved a lot. I wish I recorded it. I think I did like a whole phase in one go, which is maybe not that impressive, but it was really impressive for me. So yeah, this phase is gonna go really well, and or this fight is gonna go really well. I'm excited to show you. And then my other runs I did on stream to where I didn't do as well, but I think my last run went really good though. So I'm gonna have all of these as videos. So this is the 3rd one, and then even the ones I did on stream, I'm gonna make a video. I just need to find the time to do it. And yeah, I'm just gonna show you my run versus Ares here. So we're in phase 3, which in this phase he's gonna pick a random special attack on that special too, and you just need to try to avoid it in the proper ways, which, you know, depending on the weapon, you have to do something specific. And then he's going to give you a challenge to complete his special attack with, or else you're going to get reversaled and die. So yeah, right here I need to counter his special with a medium special, and I do it right there. It also pushes him to the next phase, which is really cool. Medusa ended up being pretty solid for this fight. I don't know if you're going to see exactly when or where, but Medusa's auto block was really clutch, because if I got clipped or something by a basic attack, her auto block could get into play, and that was really helpful. So we avoid the special properly. I did like 5 specials in a row properly, which is impressive for me, because again, I struggled a lot with this fight earlier, in my earlier runs. So am I gonna die here? I think I'm gonna die here though. We're doing it right. Maybe not. Okay. Medium heavy. Perfect. I did it correctly. I did a relic there, got an opening, and then I'm going to go for not a special 2. I'm going to bait a special, and this is where I die. Yeah, I tried to dex there. I think I thought it was the SB1. Because, yeah, you have to be like really fast for your reaction time, or you have to pause the fight, and I didn't want to pause the fight. I know it works, I know it helps a lot, I just didn't want to do it. So am I probably throwing more revives down the drain because of that? Yeah, I just didn't want to. So I wanted to challenge myself and try to do it the correct way, is what I'm trying to say. And that's exactly how we're going to go about this. Now I'm spamming heavies in the corner, pushing him into another special 2, and then we're doing that, we're doing that, we're doing that, and then we're going to go for this SB2, and now I need to get an opening and stuff. So when he has his haste up, it's a little bit hard to get openings for obvious reasons, because you can't really intercept, you can't really parry. Well, you can parry, it's just he's stun immune, so that means you're taking block damage baiting the heavy attack. So, yeah, he's going to go for the SP2 here. I'm going to do the correct things, and then I need the medium heavy, which I do correctly. Good job, me. And then Relic there, and then I'm going to die right here. With probably, yeah, I tried to block that one. See, my reaction time is sometimes good, and then sometimes I think it's the wrong one. So yeah, it's difficult if you want to try to do it without pausing, that's for sure. Because yeah, you see me messing this up a lot, and I'm not even that great at this fight. I've seen a lot of players do this like way cheaper than I did, but I still think I got the hang of it pretty well on this run specifically, because my improvement was pretty massive on this run between like runs 2 and 3. So he needs to drop a special here, and hopefully he does soon. And there, I'm gonna guess that's the SP1, and I'm right. I say guess, I could kind of tell. It's just if your reaction time is fast enough, which mine was there. So we're gonna go for the we're not gonna go for the SP2. We're gonna bait his SP2 here, and that's the SP1 again. Do the things, medium light, that counters it, and then go for a relic. We're doing really, really big damage. He's at 3%, I'm at 3% because he equalizes our health. And then there's another SP1. I need to do a medium special, do it correctly, and now I'm at 2%, and he has the haste, and I'm like, oh wait, I need to find an opening, which is kind of hard because I can't block because I don't have any health. I think I sidestepped him there. Yeah, sidesteps do work. So that's cool. So here, I need to remove his indestructible charges, immortality charges. Hopefully he's aggressive with his special attacks, and I can do them properly. So yeah, I get one down, that's nice. And then I need to do medium light to counter it, which we do get. Go for an intercept here. I need him to go for another special. He does, and I do guess it correctly. And then medium special to counter it. So I need to get an intercept here. Sidestep him, perfect. Yeah, sidesteps are actually really good in the haste phase. I didn't use that enough earlier in the fight when I was like trying to find an opening. I definitely should have used it more. There, just complete brain fart. I knew the rhythm, I just mixed it up. Like I did Dex block, I think. When I should have done a light attack, so a bit stupid. And then I died a good bit of times trying to get him down in phase 4, so I just showed you my last attempt. But yeah, he goes down right there. And that run maybe took 15-20 revives, so an improvement from my run 2, at least. I'll take it. As long as I'm improving, I'm kind of happy with how my item count looks. So that was the skill rewards and stuff. We're going to open a skill crystal. And I'm actually going to get a champion I'm really excited to get, which I think only happened once. Out of all these class crystals, I think I only got like one good pull, and it was this one. So I'm just going to pop it, and I'm going to get a silver sable, which is really cool. I don't have a 6-star sable, and I was excited to get that. So I took her to rank 2 already, possibly rank 3 in the future. But yeah, hope this video was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.